even a sport, most are unaware. But I'm here to break down and analyze the mindset, vehicle setup, and overall approach required in order to stay grounded in a sport that can be radically unforgiving. In this series, we'll pull back the curtain with a first-person perspective on what it takes to be a freestyle pre-running athlete. I'm All-American Sender, and this is Flight School.
Warning, the activities you're about to see are performed by a trained athlete. Participation in these activities is not advised by Flight School. Engaging in these activities will be done at your own risk. Flight School commencing in 3, 2, 1.
We are at the Golden Sands Golf Course in Mears, Michigan, and it is Will Kalinda's family property. Yesterday we got out in the dunes for about 10 minutes. It was super windy out there. We would have probably stayed a little longer, but the wind was just like blowing sand at us, and just warming up and getting acclimated to the area, try to see if we could find any of the pitfalls out there. It's a little soft out there. We're gonna air down the tires a little bit. We do need to come down to about 10 PSI in the rear and 15 in the front. That'll get us down to maybe a little more traction. Yesterday it was pushing the front tires and spinning the rear tires. So looking forward to it, looking forward to today, getting started. Glad you guys are tuning into Flight School. Thank you. Here we are in the Michigan sand dunes, Silver Lake. We're gonna start with this step down location here. It's a high-speed hit, second gear. We're gonna roll it over a couple times this morning to see if the sands didn't shift out here. There's a mound over here, and I'll figure out whether or not I'm gonna back roll it or front roll it. I don't know, we got 160-foot jump here down to the bottom of the transition, maybe a little more than that actually if you get all the way to the bottom. Don't want to land a flat, but this dune is a little mild over here and it gets a little steeper on this side, and we'll try to hit the steep side so we can get a little more air. I might actually step this off for some length, see what we got. Couple of checklist items this morning, and then we'll start sending. 65 paces to literally the bottom of the landing here. Got a couple more feet, but a little danger zone further on that way. So 65 paces is 180 feet. Kind of gnarly. At 180 feet with the last episode, what we did was we taped things off and with an actual measuring tape. Looks like I had 10% error on my step-offs. I'm learning as I go, and knowing that I have a 10% error on my step-offs, we're talking roughly 160 feet to here. We're gonna work our way up from 40 miles an hour to anywhere to 65 miles an hour or so. All right, so this jump here, we went about 160 feet, I think. It's the jump we scouted, but we were standing around, and of course, we're always jump hunting. So what we did was we walked down the ridge just a little bit, and I saw a line through the trees. It's a little bit wider than the width of the truck, super steep lip, and I just thought it was a cool line. I don't know how much air I got on it. We didn't really evaluate that jump. All right, we're at another spot here. We are about half a mile east of the last spot we were at. We've already scoped this one out, so I'm gonna go ahead and step it off. We don't know what the sand's done around here. The wind blows a lot overnight. Want to just make sure that the lip is consistent with the last time I hit it. So I'm not gonna just go full ham right away. I'm gonna kind of ease myself into this one, and then the landing is a little sketchy on this one. You got a big table that's kind of downhill, and then there's a knoll to land on. That's kind of where my sweet spot is gonna be. After the knoll, there's a pretty good dip and a rise, so you wouldn't want to go all the way to the rise. It would destroy the truck. Whenever you see sand spraying out of the bottom of the truck, that also is an indication that the bottom transition is steep or abrupt. And whenever you see sand spraying, you know that someone's compressing their suspension on that lip. And then usually you'll pop off the jump before you get to the top of the lip. You'll pop off like in the middle of the face of the jump. It can be a little sketchy because you're abruptly popping off the lip and you kind of don't know if it's gonna kick you weird. This one's just a different type of jump. I kind of like it though, it's fun, like feeling the truck fully use all its suspension on the face of the jump, and then throwing sand is just, it's kind of a little icing on the cake. The lip right here has an abrupt transition, and then you can see my tires are leaving somewhere in this area right here. And you can see the lip goes up another, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet above where my tires leave. So like I was saying, you pop off the steep transition down here and your tires leave the ground somewhere in here, and then you got, 5 feet of lip that you're actually stepping up over and then getting the extra air. So imagine if this top lip wasn't here, how much more air under the truck there would be. It's kind of cool that it's like makes a little step up out of it, but just wanted to show you guys kind of what happens here on the lips, these types of lips. This place is just cool because it seems like you don't have to go far to find big old booters. So I'm looking forward to continuing to jump hunt around here and find stuff. We got a couple more days, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna find some bangers out here. Okay, so we're out here bright and early this morning. The dunes open at 9 a.m. out here in Silver Lake. This run up starts basically all the way over there at the bathrooms. It's a 300-foot run up or something like that. We're gonna try to find a nice straight line. And then this is the lip behind the truck here. It's a pretty big lip. We're going to see, I think there's a couple of rollers. I'm gonna go up on this thing and check it out one last time before I roll it and try to find the exact spot and angle where I wanna hit it. I guess we'll just kind of see how that goes once I start getting speed off the bathrooms and see where I can get to. So should be a fun one today. bathroom jump, I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 run-up lines. Just because really maximum speed you can get is the biggest you can jump here. So I was just experimenting out there with different lines out of the bathroom area. So we found a couple lines here. Jump's pretty cool. You could actually go further if there was more run-up or you had more power. So after finishing off that jump, I was kind of walking around at the top of the lip, just kind of letting the truck cool down and relaxing. And I saw this log with the sand pushed up against it, and just figured it'd be a cool little banger shot through the trees, maybe a filler shot. It's just pretty cool to throw in stuff like that. So it's not just all like massive jumps. We want to be really creative out here. So the run up for this log here is very hectic. There's a couple rollers in it. It doesn't look like it here on camera, but it throws the truck around quite a bit, pitches the truck around. And then as you're coming in, you've got the branch that comes out at like a 30-degree angle. Really not like a good setup. You could dent your cab on the tree. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. So you kind of just have to drive it like a boat, and hopefully you hit it in the right spot.
All-American sender requesting clearance.
Runway has been cleared for takeoff.
Copy that.
suspicious.